Now, I want to start this video by mentioning why I am so bullish on Plair coming out of the VeChain ecosystem. And yes, the title is correct. XRP Army, I want to introduce you to some of the projects that is coming from the VeChain ecosystem. Now, I really want you to pay attention to the statement that I'm about to make. I am not really a big fan of Mr. Patrick Tang. I don't care too much for him. I'm not a big fan of Cream, and Plair being a project, a Cream project. But I respect Cream and I respect Mr. Patrick Tang. Right? There's a difference. For example, when I was talking about Bitcoin Cash and I was alerting people on my secret Telegram and mentioned it, I believe, on some YouTube videos, I got a lot of responses from individuals who were saying, I don't like Roger Ver. I don't like this. I don't like that. I personally don't really care. But I was really intrigued how he was talking and about certain things that I did see with Bitcoin Cash. But getting back to the point, I got a lot of that. And I was trying to respond to these individuals. What does that have to do with the business side of it? What does this have to do with your return on your investment? You got to separate personal things with business things. You got to separate it, right? You cannot let that cloud your judgment. I saw Bitcoin Cash in the low 100s, and I'm like, I know when Bitcoin's taking off. I've seen this before, and when Bitcoin takes off, Bitcoin Cash will take off. To me, it's the safest one out of all the Bitcoin hard forks, the safest one. It's got a great price value. I could see Bitcoin Cash at 2,000. So what am I looking at? I'm looking at the return on investment. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at anything else. Now, going back to Plair, and let me just be transparent as much as possible because I did mention Mr. Patrick Tang and Cream. Just so you understand my personal views of why, and I'm just going to be as transparent as possible. We had an agreement on something, especially like an interview, and I did hard work, and I wrote some questions, and you know, we had an agreement that we were going to get this thing done, right? And with Cream, some other things there, I was told, and I did notice some things that I was called the dumb pastor, right? You know, because of my beliefs and stuff like that. But see, here's the thing. I'm not going to let that cloud my judgment on Plair when I see great returns on my investment. Personal's personal, business is business. And anyways, we can't be so delicate, can't be so easily offended by everything. That's your view, that's your take. Okay, so what? You know, because a lot of us, and I've seen this in this crypto space, we get offended really, really easily about so many little things. And that's the reason why we mess up. Well, you know, because I belong to the XRP Army, I can't invest in Stellar, or I've heard the most ridiculous things. Believe me, I engage with a lot of individuals in this crypto space, and I've heard a lot of ridiculous statements, a lot of ridiculous reasons of why they won't do something, or they won't participate, or they won't be behind a certain crypto. I mean, just ridiculous. So now, with that out of the way, I want you to really see my view, and I try to make this as simplistic as possible. Very, very simple on why I am so bullish on Plair. All right, so let's look at smart money. Fembucci and Draper Dragon. Fembucci and Draper Dragon, investors in Plair. okay? Just making this simple. Sonny Liu, strategic advisor to Plair. Now, let's look at the market cap. Let's look at the market cap. We're looking at around, what, 3 million, 4 million. I started stacking up around 2 million, heading into 3 million. I mean, this is a baby. This is a baby. I mean, look at the decimal point and how many zeros before you get to a solid number. I think it's 3 zeros and then you get to 2. It's a low, solid number. All right, this thing has a lot of room to grow. All right, and as time keeps on going and we get to this inevitable bull run and Plair coming from the VeChain ecosystem, I already mentioned Draper Dragon, I already mentioned Fembucci. Now look at the niche, esports. Esports. I mean, I'm not a gamer, but I do see and follow what's coming up as an investor, you know, like technologies like AI, blockchain. Well, esports, that is a very, very rapid growing industry, dollar making industry, and it's only going to increase. All right, so I love the niche. I like the partnerships. I'm not a gamer, but I do my research. I ask questions. And going back to the time when I was researching Plair, so it was a blessing in disguise whether I got the interview or not, even though we had the agreement. I had the agreement with Mr. Patrick Tang. As I was doing the research on Plair, I started noticing the partnerships. Access So 5. I mean, there's other partnerships. But the Latin America gaming community, seeing what's coming, okay? Because as an investor, you have to have that vision. And I started saying, wow, this thing right now is a baby. This is a baby. This is something special right here. And to accumulate and to be able to invest in this. This is my personal opinion. This is not financial advice, but this is what I was thinking, and I'm still thinking, and I've been accumulating Plair and seeing what I've been noticing from the research. And I was like, wow, this is right here. This is a gem. This is a gem. Now, I don't want to go too long into this. Go do your research on Plair. Some of you have probably never heard of Plair. Let me tell you this, and I'm going to jump into Safe Haven really quick here. I'll just jump into it right now. Safe Haven, by far, is my favorite coming out of the VeChain ecosystem. Yet, at this moment right now, I'm more bullish on Plair because of where Plair is at and where it's going. Not saying that I'm not bullish on Safe Haven. I'm extremely bullish on Safe Haven. I'm trying to make the point that if I'm extremely bullish on Safe Haven, how much more am I bullish on Plair? Okay? And again, the team, I really get along with Safe Haven. I mean, the best Telegram. Here's another thing. If you want to get and be a part of the best Telegram, in my humble opinion, it's Safe Haven. Get on that Telegram, all right? Thomas, Longino, I mean, the team of Safe Haven is top-notch, professional, and what they're doing with exchanges is brilliant. So XRP Army, I'm talking about Plair, but right now I'm talking about Safe Haven. That's another one you really should do your research on, okay? And VeChain. I mean, you should really just go research VeChain and the whole ecosystem. But with that being said, you know, go do your research, get on that Safe Haven Telegram, by far the best Telegram that I've been on. And I go on a lot of Telegrams, believe me. Go do your research on Plair, okay? Get on that Telegram. Find out what's going on. and research. You can't be lazy. Can't be lazy. I can lead you to the river. Now you got to drink it. All right? You got to drink the water. Right? Some of you have never heard about it, never known about Plair, never known about Safe Haven. Well, if this is your first time, and maybe some of you have never even heard of VeChain, which is hard to believe, but you know, there's new people coming into the space. So go do your work, go do your research, get on those telegrams, and find out why I am so bullish on Plair. Another one is OceanX, but I'm not talking about OceanX right now. I'm talking about Plair. I'm not even talking about Safe Haven, but it's hard for me not to talk about Safe Haven. You understand? So right now, I'm telling you that I have a strong conviction. Just like I had a strong conviction about Bitcoin Cash in the low 100s. I have a strong conviction about Plair. All right, guys, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just wanted to put this out there. It's glad to be back. I'm back in Miami. I did the road trip from New York. I had to pick up some of the stuff that I left in storage. And, yeah, I'm back in Miami. All right, guys, till next time, be blessed. And you already know. Let's go.